welcome to you who are joining us virtually on YouTube. My name is Mark Rooney from Hoppin McLaughlin Arena on the campus of the University of Prince Edward Island. It's game number 6, and we can talk about all the cliches we want. Do or die, backs against the wall, must win. Your Eastern Dukes need it tonight. The starting lineup for your Eastern Dukes: at forward, number 2, Caden McClernand. At forward, number 16, Connor Morrison. At forward, number 5, Logan Rinko. On defense, number 15, Hugh McDonald. On defense, number 7, Jeffy. And in goal, number 31, Lincoln Kennedy. At this time, we would invite you to please stand, remove your hats, as we have the playing of O Canada. So after a tough loss last night in Tyne Valley, the Dukes are up against it right now. It is game 6, and the Dukes have no more races to play. They have to win tonight to force game 7 in Tyne Valley on Monday night. The Dukes have had a history of winning big games this season. They won semifinal and final in the Halifax Ice Jam. They won semifinal and final in the Spud Tournament in Charlottetown. They were seconds away from the final of the Monktonian, and they're going to need everything that they have tonight to beat these hard-chasing Western Rebels. Heavy on the forecheck. A first goal early would be huge. Now Arsenault comes down. Arsenault offers that to McGregor through the crease, and that missed. Delayed offside now as the Dukes will have to clear, coming back the other way. McClernand bumps with James. And that puck's going to come in and land on Kennedy. He'll leave it for Chaffee, who's chased by Arsenault. Both teams making changes, and we'll be icing against the Dukes. Just 45 seconds in, we'll have a face-off down in Dukes territory. So a good Saturday evening to you. We appreciate all your viewership. This will be, hard to believe, our last home broadcast of the season. And we hope we'll go out on a winning note, and we hope we will see you again in Tyne Valley on Monday night. We've got 59 minutes and 15 seconds still to go. And the only thing I can predict is it's going to be a high-paced, hard-fought game between these two rivals. This is the 16th game. The 16th this season, including Spud Tournament, semifinal, preseason game, and so on. 8 regular seasons. No one's surprised that it's gone to Game 6, and I'm sure no one will be surprised if it goes to Game 7. There's one on Kennedy. In front now, Gamble with a big defensive play from Connor Arsenault that took the stick away from Gamble as he was in tight against Kennedy. And that's good back checking by Arsenault and the Dukes. Now Hunter couldn't get that shot through, and it's off a Rebels defenseman, and it goes all the way back for Bowering. He'll hit Hunter through the center. Dukes seemed a little disorganized last night, so that seemed to be the common sentiment. So hopefully now Kennedy will backhand that around up the half wall to Arsenault. He backhands through the legs, but not out. Kept in. Pierce stick handling around, and it is out. That will give the Dukes time to change, and the Rebels forced to clear. Bowering hits McLernan on the fly. He'll go with Moore with speed through center. Moore, he opts to go left, shot right on. And that will be scooped up by goaltender Sam Morash, and the Rebels goal. Of course, Lincoln Kennedy will return tonight for the Dukes. Nice crowd here at McLaughlin Arena Saturday night. The Dukes have been very well supported through these playoffs, and of course we know we have your support at home, including the Florida bound, maybe there already, Mike and Charlene Quinn. So we thank you for tuning in, of course, and we hope we can supply everybody with a pretty special night here. Hugh McDonald lugs that to center, banks it in. Phillips will be first to touch that for the Rebels. And that one was looking like it's going to be out of play. So a stoppage in play, 2 minutes and 37 seconds in. One shot apiece. Everything else is level except the most important stat, which is games. And the Rebels, by virtue of their 6-3 victory last night. There's a shot right on, and that missed. Banks behind the net. Rebels, of course, took the 3-2 advantage in games last night with the home ice victory. Now McCormick, a second rip at it, and that's off the glove of Morash. And he pushes that high. Chaffee's going to keep it in. He'll go across the other side. And Rinko, he'll go back to Green off his skate, and now here's a break. Chaffee's going to challenge Jack Gallant. Kennedy with a nice leg save, and he's got it underneath him. And those odd man rushes are costly. They've been happening throughout this series in certain situations, and just the Rebels with their speed and tenacity, they'll make you pay. But great start for Kennedy in the net down on that partial, at least, breakaway. I'm sure Gallant could hear Chaffee in his rumbling in his ear. There's a battle along the near boards. Near for you, far from me, as I'm in the penalty box. However, on the camera side, you may or may not be able to pick that up, but there is a four-person battle for it. Now it's finally cleared. No score. We're just getting underway here in game number 6, pivotal game. We could have a new Island champion tonight, or we will perhaps force game 7, as of course the Dukes fans will be looking for here in the arena. And we welcome, of course, all those who may be joining us on the Rebels fan bandwagon. No doubt supporting your green and yellow from afar. That's Corritt will backhand that in. Bowery's going to take over. Clearing pass makes it out, but Collins is there. He'll take a bump by Morrison in front of the Dukes bench, but he'll get the puck deep. And that's Sigsworth chasing. And we're going to have a whistle. A head contact. And that's going to be against Cade Hunter. So the first man advantage of the evening is going to go to the Rebels. Duke's penalty to number 10, Cade Hunter, 2 minutes for head contact. That's Hunter for head contact at 4:16. That's into the gear of Rinko. Effective job there blocking that shot. .34 seconds gone in the man advantage for the Western Rebels. Sigsworth is in there, as is Toombs. They create a mess in front of Kennedy. Tried to do the give and go, and the Dukes will clear it back to center where Max Gamble will take over. McLernan tried to get there. It was just out of his reach. Delayed offside. The Rebels have to clear. And the Rebels push that all the way down behind the Rebels' net, where Morash will leave it for the hard-charging McLernan. He's going to try to catch Gamble through center. Bullpit, Green, and Chaffee are there. McLernan takes over. Just 35 seconds. He'll get that down the near boards all the way again. Good job on the penalty kill thus far for the Dukes. 25 seconds remain. That's chase on through the wickets of Bullpit. And Otway, who had two the other night, was on the hunt for that. But the Dukes will effectively get that out. Now Kennedy's going to touch that and leave it for Green. One job to do, and that's try to get it deep. And he will. And that'll kill off the penalty. Hunter's back to the ice. Dukes are back to full strength, and that's an effective penalty kill on their behalf. Now turned over. Here's Moore with a shot. And Morash with a nice save there. A little bit of English on it as well. The Rebels goaltenders know how to save in style, as Mond as well will let you know. I joke, Kobe's a great guy. As he'll let you know when he's got it. Now in front, that hit a skate. Mills got in the way of that one. He got in the way of a couple last night, and I think might have been bruised. And Mond will take that one into the glove again. So face off to the left of Morash, I guess. My right, your left. Moore's in there against Gamble. Turned over now, Sigsworth breaks out. Bowering impedes him for the moment. And Pierce will change sides. He'll rip that around to McGinnis. Can't quite control that. Now McFarland. Slipping through. Gamble's trying to get a shot away, and it went wide. In behind the goal, back out to Collins. He's able to control it. Pushed into Evan McFarland. Moore will take over. He'll slip past Sigsworth for the moment. Pierce gets it through, and that's up to Connor Arsenault, who will backhand that out. Moore tried to golf at it, but the Rebels will be offside on the delay. And the Dukes trying to organize this rush as Pierce banks that in off the glass. Moore is going to try to be first for it. Collins is there for the Rebels. Back out to center where McDonald takes over. That's off the skate of Crowley. And McGregor tried to get a shot and it hit Crowley. So Arsenault there. And Rinko starts back for the Dukes. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Dukes. Now McCormick is taken down, and that will be a penalty. At 12:08, a tripping call as McCormick had a break and he was taken down. It will be Mills. Trivers, pardon me. 21-91. Trivers will sit. Now this will even up the power play situation as the Dukes will go and try to get that all-important first goal. Hunter and McLernan, and that is Toombs is waved out and replaced by Jet Mills. Chaffee Silvaggio as well. Chaffee goes down to Silvaggio. He works through the top of the circle. And go across to Ramsey McGinnis. Back to Chaffee. Down low. Tight angle for Silvaggio. He might have missed the net there. Morash got a piece of that, and it went wide, but now here's Hunter circling. He'll send that back to Silvaggio. Across the blue line, he'll walk. Chaffee goes across, the hard pass. And McLernon try to catch up with it, and the Rebels will effectively get that back to center where Chaffee's got some company in the form of James Toombs. Now Silvaggio waiting for help. Dukes are forced back now. Silvaggio replaced by Pulpit as Chaffee. Cross to Hunter. He can't get that in past the Rebels' front line. Forechecking for the Rebels has been a hallmark of their team all season. Now Pierce is deep. 45 seconds on the power play remain. Moore. It's collected, and that was by Gamble off his stick. Back to Kennedy, so 30 seconds left. McCormick with some speed. He's stick checked by Gamble, who's got to step on Bullpit. Bullpit did a nice job of avoiding the penalty with Gamble coming down the right-hand side. In tights, try to slip it through. And there may be a penalty here after all, we'll see. And we'll get the call momentarily.
58. Open tap.
It'll be a slash against Phillips. So 8 seconds, 5-on-3. Rebels penalty to number 58, Ben Phillips, 2 minutes for slashing. That's Phillips for slashing at 9:44. Now here's a break the other way. James tried to go across, and Gamble missed the net. So still a minute 30 now on a new power play for the Dukes. And back the other way, all alone is Jet Mills on Kennedy. He shot it high and wide. The rebound is there off the backboards. And that's 2 breakaways on a man advantage for the Dukes. Gamble, big save. Kennedy's got it. Gamble again. Where did it go? So the normally potent power play for the Dukes has been stalled and really turned over in the way of Rebels offense. Now here they come again. "35 seconds to go. And Pierce will push that in deep. Rebels doing a nice job on their penalty kill. One more rush here for Bullpit and the Dukes. He hits Moore in stride. Moore slips through. He's taken down. Collected by Arsenault, and a stick check there. Puts it on the stick of Green. He'll work his way in. Green deep in Rebels territory now. The man advantage is 2-on-1 again. Otway, shot off the post. Wow. 12 minutes gone in the period, and the last minute has been owned by the Rebels, even though the Dukes have been on the man advantage twice. Now it's behind, a nice stick job there by Kennedy to poke that out of Trouble's way. And Hartman will be called on as the Dukes will be called on the icing. So we have some news from the league. The Nova Scotia representatives have been decided. Although their tournament finishes tomorrow, the host team, Cabot Highlanders, are in the tournament final tomorrow for the Nova Scotia tournament. So they will obviously be going as the host team. And their opponents tomorrow will be the Dartmouth Voyageurs. So they'll play a tournament tomorrow to see who will be the Nova Scotia representative. Well, now Morrison's got a break. Morrison's in deep. Oh, nice save by Morash. Toombs going to backhand that, just try to drop that into the slot. Morrison's back all the way back from his rush. And Chaffee being forced in by Gallant. Hartman's got Toombs on his grill as well. It's going to be Morrison now. That's James coming in. He's got Hunter trying to one-hand that right behind the net. Now Toombs comes in. A shot, and Lincoln Kennedy will glove that for the save, and the stop of play with 6:33 to go. So I'll finish my thought there. The Nova Scotia tournament final tomorrow will feature the Dartmouth Voyageurs and the Cabot Highlanders. Eliminated were the Basin Armada, the Fundy Thunder, and the Kings Hockey Club. Some strong teams eliminated there, not to suggest at all that Dartmouth and Fundy aren't. But the Kings and the Thunder the Armada specifically finished. Glove save, Kennedy. That one might have that look at the corner. That was off the backhand of Gamble. The Kings and the Armada finished tied for third. And if you remember back to 2 weeks ago, roughly, the Dukes made a late night trip to past St. John, deep into southern New Brunswick for an important game that they won, and they leapfrogged those Kings and Basin Armada teams. And by virtue of doing that, they've landed themselves in next week's Maritime Championship tournament, which will be in Port Hawkesbury. Now that's McCormick trying to hop along there. Followed up by Pierce. He'll get that in deep. 6 minutes to go in period number one. No score. That's McClernand, I believe, trying to bang that. He took some punishment to the side of the net as well. In front, McClernand looked to backhand that in, and Morash with another save. So McClernand working hard around the goal crease as he always does. Would the Dukes ever love to score one before this period ended? Rinko took a whack at the centering pass from Pierce. Now that's high. Bowery last one back. Oatway's coming hard after him. Pierce joins now. Hudson there for the Rebels as well. Here's no icing, I can't imagine on this one. Collins is back for that. Fast-paced game. Push deep, and now Bullpick tries to hang that out. Kept in by Corbett. Dukes had a devil of a time clearing the zone last night. Mills now in front. The puck is low. Kennedy trying to get a glove on it, and the referee he does. And we'll see if something comes from this, as I believe Jet Mills landed on his backside. I see no arms in the air, so the referee say play on. So Moore will go with Toombs inside Duke's territory. One by Toombs. That's banging around to the opposite side. Mackey and Traynor is double teamed there. McGinnis and Crowley. Now McGinnis, the speedy top scorer for the Dukes, takes off. Trying to split the D. He gets it over. Bull pit. A stick check there off of Toombs. McGinnis is without the stick, and he takes a big hit in front of the net as well. And that's going to be interference, I believe, against the Rebels.
Coming to you, 77.
So Collins with the interference. McGinnis had no stick, in fact. And this is the third man advantage for the Dukes in this period alone. Will it be third time the charm? Face-off won by Mills. He's back out there. Now Chase on, bangs that out, and here comes the Rebels, 2-on-1 again. Gamble follows, still with possession of the puck, and Savaggio now. Gamble's everywhere on the ice. He's back up on his feet. He'll take a heavy hit from Hunter. 4 minutes to go. Period number 1, game 6, no score. First goal will be a big one. Mills with a stick check, and the Dukes are offside. .40 seconds gone in the man advantage for the Dukes. Their third of the period. McGinnis goes across to Hunter. Hunter through the blue line. McClernand now. Stick check to Mills. Hunter! And Morash with a nice glove save on Hunter. Face off to the right of Morash. One again back by the Dukes. James has got Arsenault challenging him. McCormick's in there as well. Moore outside the blue line, but with possession. Inside a minute to go in the man advantage. Moore being chased by Malcolm James. Back to Pierce. He'll go across to Moore, unable to collect that. And it'll go back to neutral territory, where Evan McFarland tried to stick check Pierce. Pierce still with possession. He'll go back, and it's out. And Moore has to be careful. Thus far, nothing to show on 3 man advantages. In fact, not even too many really good opportunities to score. Pierce with a shot. That was blocked. Now 10 seconds is all we have left. Bullpit, quick release. Scores! Liam Moore off the rebound. And the Dukes take the all-important first lead. 1-0 Eastern Dukes. So late into period 3, the Dukes finally capitalized on the power play. About 5 seconds remaining. And yesterday's birthday boy got his gift a little bit late, but Liam Moore found the back of the net to give the Dukes the all-important first lead. Dukes goal scored by number 12, Liam Moore. Assist to number 6, Connor Arsenault. And to number 8, Colin McCormick. Time of the goal is 17:33. That's more from Arsenault and McCormick at 17:33. So Ron and Jackie, if you're listening, I'm sure that one's for you. Morrison spins around. With a little bit more momentum now, a little hop in the Dukes skip. Morrison trying to get that through and hit a skate. And McDonald has Otway chasing on him. He had 2 big ones yesterday, did Otway. We're approaching the last minute of play here in period number 1. Dukes with a late goal to make it 1-0 for the moment. Now Bowering in his own zone, hits McClernand on the half wall, almost a giveaway to the dangerous Sigsworth. Last minute of play in the first period. And a deep shot in on Kennedy. So in terms of establishing a Game 7 in this series, and look, it would be almost fitting the way these two teams go at each other. The Dukes have taken a step in that direction, but 40 minutes and 58 seconds still to go, and there'll be a lot still to be decided in that one. The Dukes have a 12-6 advantage in shots, and they have opened the scoring. Now that's kept in by Gamble, some good hand-eye, and he showed that last night as he picked pass out of the air and went in and scored on Kennedy. Now Kennedy, the rebound may be there, first catch. And we will see something now here. And it's a head contact, and this is going to go the way of the Dukes. So with 29, we'll say 30 seconds left, it will be McClernand for head contact. So if indeed the Rebels do not score here, they will start period 2 with the man advantage. Duke's penalty to number 2, Caden McClernand, 2 minutes for head contact. Time of the penalty is 19:30. McClernand for head contact at 19:30. Now, of course, the Dukes would be happy to slide out of this period ahead 1-0 with just 10 seconds left. The Rebels trying to work their way up the ice for one more shot. Gamble, a long shot, and Kennedy's going to blocker that into the corner, and that's going to do it for period number 1. Shots were 12-8 in favor of the Dukes. Finally capitalized on one of the 3 power play advantages, and the Dukes gave the Rebels 2, including one which will continue into the period number 2. We're sure you'll be back for period number 2. Grab yourself a snack, use the washroom, whatever you need to do. We'll let the dog out, because you will not want to miss 1 second of action here of Eastern Dukes hockey. Game number 6 continues. Shots on goal in the first period sponsored by Fair Isle Ford for the Western Rebels 8, for the Eastern Dukes 12. Make some noise and welcome back your Eastern Dukes! Welcome back to you as well who are joining us on YouTube. This will be our last home broadcast of the season. Many people make this Dukes organization tick. And while I have a minute, I'm going to do some thank yous. On the technical side of things, Sean McCormick on video. There'd be no point in me talking if there was nothing to look at. Philip Bullpit has been at most home games and putting on a laser show. Big thanks to Philip for contributing his time. Sean Rooney has made a name for himself in the business with his music, which is always top-notch and appropriate, and now here with a video screen, that's just another toy for him to play with. We'll get to some others in the Dukes organization as well as the evening goes on. So McClernand in the box, and the Rebels will start with a one-man advantage for a minute and 20 seconds remaining, and that's McDonald will chip that back in and wait for Morash to get a stick on that. Mills hard charging against Rinko. It's back in. Slips past the stick of Kennedy. And another good clear by the Dukes inside a minute to go. Effective penalty kill thus far. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage, and it's going to be turned over to Pierce. He'll push the Rebels right back in. This is the second man advantage of the evening for the Rebels. Kennedy with a shot there. And the Rebels will have a second man advantage as McClernand's out. And touch of the whistle, touch of the stick will draw the whistle. And the Rebels will go back into power play mode as the Dukes Bowering will sit. Tripping is the call on Bowering. And while the Dukes power play was good, it's not something you want to get in the habit of. This is back to back. Rebels, of course, looking to even this one at one. Dukes penalty to number 11, Jackson Bowering. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty is, Carson Pierce. Time of the penalty is 1 minute 35 seconds. That's Pierce for tripping at 1:35. Now the play around the crease comes back to the point. Chase on. Trivers and Morrison got a stick on that, and he'll softly put that the length of the ice. Now Chase on. Maintains possession. He's got Green. Green will backhand that. Trivers with the glove up. Green now trying to get that up the boards. McClernand will do the job. And Gallant fires it right back in. Kennedy's behind the crease to get that one. Hard shot. Gets past Oatway along the boards. And 40 seconds remains and the penalty to Pierce. 3-man advantages apiece thus far as we played a quick 3 minutes already in period number 2. That'll land back on Morash. And they'll bang around. Just 10 seconds to go. Point out to McFarland. Into Toombs. He'll go crease. Bullpit with a long reach there. Will chip that deep. And the Dukes have done it again. 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Although, as I say, it's not something you want to get good at. There's Toombs, and he's dangerous. Kennedy couldn't find it for a moment. Kennedy with a bouncing puck, but he did maintain or find the puck and maintain possession of it. So we'll take the whistle with 3:50 gone in period number 2. And it will be the Rebels, McGregor, who will be asked to leave the party in the face-off dot. And he'll be replaced by Mackey and Traynor against McCormick. Traynor wins that. It'll go back. Collins with a nice job to sidestep that, and it's tipped in. And the Rebels will score just off of the power play. Not sure, in fact, whether it is tipped or not. But regardless, it is a goal. And it looks like Collins will get credit for it.
77-18-92.
Collins from McGregor and Corbett. At almost the 4-minute mark. Rebels goal scored by number 77, Ty Collins. Assist to number 18, Ben McGregor, and to number 92, London Corbett. Time of the goal is 3:55. That's Collins from McGregor and Corbett at 3:55. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eastern Dukes would like to thank the following sponsors: Cardigan Excavators, Dr. John Gillis Memorial Lodge, Sports Center Physiotherapy, Blue Electric, Coach's Restaurant and Sports Bar, Hanson Electric, and Atlantic Aqua Farms. So that's got some life into the Rebels bench, as you would only expect. And no one said a 1-goal lead was going to hold up. Not at this level. Now Rinko pulls that down from midair. He'll go deep. Try to work through the center. Bumped off the puck, but there's a chance for Chaffee. He'll go inside to Moore and bank it off a leg, and Gamble will take possession. Here's one into the Dukes bench, creating a stoppage in play. A few folks were heading for cover there. No harm. Come to anybody. So we've got a 1-1 score. Shots are 13-12. Power plays are even. Just about everything's even, as I said, except in the game totals thus far. Rebels holding a 3-2 all-important lead going into this game 6. 5 minutes gone, and even 5 in the second period. Now that's Chase on. Oh, that may have rung off the post. Kennedy had good coverage on it, but I think by the reaction of the crowd, that was close. And it will be icing against the Dukes. So another offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Western Rebels. If Game 7 is necessary, it will go Monday night from Tyne Valley. The Rebels are hoping they're done with their home games, and the Dukes are hoping to give them one more. It was on this day last year, I'm told, that the Dukes won the first ever U16 provincial championship in this building before a packed house, some 1,100. Not quite that tonight, but a big crowd as well. So the Dukes are hoping some of that good karma from last year can happen perhaps on an annual basis. Oh, that one hit the post off the stick of Toombs as the puck was left in front of the net. And the Rebels now pushing for the go-ahead marker. Rang that one off the post. Battle along the boards. Rinko comes away with it. He'll hit Hartman. Hartman taken down. And the stick of Collins goes with him. Offside as the Dukes were caught on a change, in fact. A little bit of a mix-up just in front of the Dukes bench in terms of the personnel. And on the far side, the charging forward didn't see the issue, so it'll be an offside. Face-off will be outside of the Duke zone. McCormick and Gallant headed to the dressing room with the Rebels trainer. He came off the ice wincing. So he'll go for an exam. We'll try to keep you up to date on the status of the Rebels' Jack Gallant. Now the Dukes need to keep up their pressure. And it'll be icing as McDonald was back across half. Barely, but officials were right on that one, so icing again. And the pace has slowed. Dukes are playing without their captain Beckett Quinn, who was injured in Game 3. And the Rebels take possession. They're trying to chop that into McGregor. McCormick will push that around, and Morrison. Now McCormick, he'll get that out, protecting the puck, one-handing it up to Hartman. And Mills against McDonald. Good battle there right on the blue line. Mills knocked off the puck, and Sidney Crowley will lug that to center and push it in and go for a change. 12 and a half to go in period number 2. It's 1-1. More for the Dukes. And now Hartman with a turnover. He'll get that in, and Morash will make the save. Long time between shots. And it's Collins has replied here in period number 2 for the Rebels. That last game 7, or that game 7 last season between these two turned out to be a bit of a steamroll by the Dukes. It was 5-0. Was the ultimate score. Once they got rolling, they got rolling. And not the case, at least thus far tonight. 1-1. Now McClernand. He's having a big series. And Morash stones Ramsey McGinnis. Set up nicely by McClernand. So big save by Sam Morash. He's made a number of them in the series. Campbell will leave and be replaced by McFarland. Off to the sideboards, one Bowering. He'll go across, and it's off the skate of Pierce. He'll push it back in as the Dukes clear. Campbell leads the Rebels, try to get the toe drag shot in there, and it went off the stick of Bowering. And back comes Hunter. Hunter to McGinnis. Left it in front. And the Rebels will go back with Sigsworth. Pierce will try it again. Rebels will chip that high. This may land on Kennedy, and it will, to prevent the icing. Hunter wheels behind his own net. They get it to McGinnis. It's high, and that's a more effective use of the boards to clear the zone. The Dukes had a number of challenges last night with that. And number 9, McGinnis, rubs out number 9, James. A long pass now intended for Arsenault. Arsenault, here he comes, the right side! A big save by Morash. The rebound was there. McGinnis couldn't find it. Great read by Sam Morash on the shot. And a nice effort on the shot by Arsenault. Silvaggio now. Moore will pick up the loose puck. He'll get it back to Arsenault. Chips it in. It's redirected by Silvaggio and just missed. Moore trying to bank it back in. He's chased by Mills. Moore moving the puck deep. Silvaggio trying to chase down Brogan. Chase on. Now there's a turnover to Moore. Arsenault having a good shift. He'll rub out his man just in front of the penalty box. Puck is tied up and it comes free now to Otway. We passed the halfway mark of period number 2. Now up to Silvaggio, Moore and Arsenault. This line would love to go again on the score sheet. Chaffee got some space, shot, scores! Ben Chaffee from the point! So Chaffee from the point, that's 2 point shots they've gotten in this evening. No doubt some screen work in there, helpers from Silvaggio and Green. And didn't I say that line would love to get one? Duke's goal, scored by number 7, Ben Chaffee. Assist to number 17, Nate Silvaggio. And the number 20, Aiden Green. Time of the goal is 10:20. That's Chaffee from Silvaggio and Green at 10:20. So the Dukes climb back ahead. This was the case in game number 4 in Pownal. They established a 1-goal lead 3 times, and 3 times the Dukes gave it up to the Rebels. Big hit on Sigsworth. And that was by Crowley. And the Dukes get it out, but barely. Now McDonald with a little more time to work. And that lands on Morash as well. Trying to find it is Rinko. It's past the crease. Now at center, Hunter will take over. Trying to get through the legs. Morrison follows up. Hunter Morrison in there for your Dukes. Swan around the other side. Pierce gets it all the way around the other side. And all the way back will be Bowering, and this may be icing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would take out your 50-50 tickets, please, we'll have the winning number announcement. The winner can see Jamie McDonald in the far corner close to the Zamboni doors. And the winner will take home this evening $675. Tonight's winning ticket number is 2870987. I'll repeat that, 2870987. Please see Jamie McDonald in the far section 19. The Dukes, thank you for your support. That's a big 50-50.
Yeah. 75? Nice.
That might pay for a hotel room for a couple of nights at the tournament next weekend. Offside here is the call. 7:26 to go. In period number 2. That'll be spun around. Green will keep that from getting too deep. He'll get that, but that be icing again, just not quite off the bread line. So this will be down now to Kennedy's right. And another icing back-to-back. So that didn't take long. We'll do it again. Mills against Hunter, I believe. Mills and Moore. McGinnis unable to clear. Now it does. Collins, the goal scorer for the Rebels, has got McLernon all over him. Hutt kicks it ahead to himself, but Chaffee, the goal scorer. All three goal scorers are on the ice right now. Big hit there. Moore and Collins have words. Moore without the stick. Trying to get back in the play. He's in front of the net. Collins has got him. The two goal scorers. Marash with a nice leg save. Pushes that out. Now Mills trying to split the defense. Chaffee stick check on him. And he'll just get that out up to Moore. Trying to backhand that up to McLernon. He's onside. McLernon, the centering pass for Moore attempt. And now the Rebels come back. They're going to try to hit Toombs. He's offside. Excellent call by the official. He was a foot offside if he was an inch. An excellent try by the Rebels, though, and they like to try that high man, especially with Toombs. Excellent job of pulling the puck in. He would have been off. And just a hair offside. Toombs, the aforementioned, will be asked to leave and replaced by Joe Arsenault. Face-off comes back to, and it's a foot race. Arsenault as fast as anybody. Arsenault, that shot high. Great effort by Joe. He's a bit of an Energizer bunny, that guy. He can go. Now in front, they're trying to, that's Toombs working behind the net. And away comes McCormick. Such a valuable asset to have back in the lineup. McCormick having missed the better part of 3 games. That hit a leg, didn't see Morash. Now Arsenault could turn and fire. He goes back to Crowley. That's high, didn't get to Morash. And Crowley able to keep that in for the moment. He'll bang it up, and it may be icing.
No, do it again. It's got no winner.
So So this time it'll be McCormick that will leave and Silvaggio will go against Gamble. 5:18, we're almost 3/4 of the way through period number 2. It's 2-1 Dukes. 3 of these games of 6. 3 of the first 5, I should say, have been 1-goal decisions. In tight to try the wraparound, and the puck will clear. Crowley without the stick. Now Silvaggio. He's got Pierce charging out. Silvaggio went low. Pierce scores! And that causes an eruption here in McLaughlin Arena. The low shot on Morash created the rebound. Such a good glove hand on Morash, and the Dukes decided to go low and create that rebound. And Pierce charging and trailing on the play was there to clean it up. Duke's goal, scored by number 23, Carson Pierce. Assist to number 17, Nate Silvaggio. Time of the goal is 15:12. That's Pierce from Silvaggio at 15:12. So that's got the place on another level now. Shots are 22-13 in favor of the Dukes. And the face-off will be to the left of Morash as he gloved that point shot. So Bullpit, and I believe it's Corbett. And Hunter will be asked to leave. It's challenging to get this one in. Wrapped around by Bowering. First to it now. McCormick trying to grab that, trying to center it. That's McGinnis, excuse me. Side of the net, they center it. And that's picked up by the Rebels as Arsenault changes the direction. And back is McGregor with McFarland. McGregor shot. Kennedy with a glove save. Takes no chances with almost 16 minutes gone here in the period. Congratulations to Ronnie Murphy, who is the winner of our 50-50 tonight. We've got less than 4 minutes to go in the period. It is now 3-1 Dukes. They've had a big period. Now the Dukes chip that out. Trying to get to it as Morey chips it out. Can Hartman get there? Morash will be the first to touch it. He'll swing it out on the far side out of danger. Morrison takes a bump from James, although it did slow the progression of the puck forward. Now Green trying to find it. Chase on in tight. And he lost the puck. Green got back with the stick. Now Chase on winds up. That one's high over everything. Hartman slides that across to Chaffee, and this will be yet another icing. And I can guarantee you the Dukes are winning at that contest this evening. So we've got lots of excitement here in Game 6, Saturday night. And these two teams meeting for the 16th time this season. That's works as a pass, although it wasn't intended to be that one. From Phillips, it slid all the way onto the stick of McGregor. Now he'll wrap it around, and the stick's checked by Chaffee. May have saved a really good opportunity by Traynor. Kicked ahead now, but Moore will take it out. Duke skating with a little more confidence. Moore's got Harbin. More shots, and that's high. Going for his second goal of the evening was Liam Moore. Kept in by Chaffee, but now turned over. Corbett bumps that up to Traynor. Put that right in on Kennedy. He will glove it, and he'll take the whistle with 133 seconds to go. We're all set to go. The referee ready to drop this. Every face-off's important in a Game 6. Now that's back out. McGinnis chips it past. Little work like that may not seem like a lot, but just to clear that puck, a little stick check here and there. And that was on Kennedy. Now the Rebels still with possession. McLernan with the stick check on Otway. McDonald trying to keep his man down. Rebels are on the move, trying to get one more before the period's over. That one, no, dangerous. A knuckleball from Collins looking for his second of the evening. Made it into the goal crease, and now the net is off. And we'll get a stoppage with 1:30 to go in period number 2. Wow. We've got ourselves another dandy between these two teams, both of whom will go to the Maritime Championship next weekend. And that will be in Port Hawkesbury starting on Thursday. What is to be determined is who will go as the provincial champion and who will go as the wild card. Now Toombs able to keep that in. Nice job by the Rebels center. All 5 teams have been determined at this point. Now Bowring has to be careful with Sigsworth on the back doorstep. Oh, and Toombs took a swing at it and just missed. Here comes Arsenault. He's got Hunter, Silvaggio. Tried to chip it into the crease, and it didn't make it. We're inside the last minute of play. Last minute of play in the second period. Now Silvaggio with the turnover. He'll have Arsenault in front. Silvaggio works in. No, shot wide. Now Gamble, ever dangerous. Gamble, toe drag shot off the stick of Pierce. Gamble gets his own rebound. Now it's behind the goal. Sigsworth is there. He'll get it back to Chason. 25 seconds, saved by Kennedy. And it gets back to Corbett, who will keep it in for the Rebels, pressing for their second goal of the evening before the period expires. McGregor charging hard to the net. He's set up in front. Arsenault's out there as well. Just 10 seconds left. Who's going to win the battle to the puck? Pierce takes his man, McGregor. Arsenault still centers it. Back into the stick of Pierce. Not out. 2 seconds left. Redirected. That could have been dangerous. That shot from Brogan Chason as the puck couldn't get cleared with just 2 seconds left, and we will end period number 2 with a 3-1 Dukes advantage. Shots in the second period were 10-10. Do what you need to do, but whatever you do, come on back for a whale of period number 3 coming up on Eastern Dukes Hockey. Shots on goal in the second period for the Western Rebels, 10 for the Eastern Dukes, 10. 2 period totals are 18 for the Rebels and 22 for the Dukes. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise and welcome back your Eastern Dukes! Big roar from the hometown crowd here in Charlottetown to welcome back their Eastern Dukes, who at the moment hold a 3-1 lead in game number 6. I can almost guarantee you I said a 2-goal lead. It's 3-1, of course. I can almost guarantee you that is not going to do it. The Western Rebels will not go quietly. And we've got a whale of a period coming up for you. I began to thank some people and recognize some people earlier in the broadcast. I want to continue that a little bit with our coaching staff, head coach Trevor Peters. Big commitment from him, driving from the other end of the island to Montague multiple times a week. Joined by Denver Clinton and William Proud. And the lovable Ron Kennedy, equipment manager, who has been with the team for 2 years. And I'll tell you, the kids just love Ron. So all these people, as well as Jody Green, trainer, and she took over halfway through the year for Veronica Highmore. Maybe, Veronica, you're watching tonight. We appreciate all the work now. That Sigsworth has got McDonald's tied up and taken to the ground in front of the referee. They're going to say that was a mutual conversation. Two-way. Rinko trying to get a stick. It's tipped in front. And it just missed by Bullpit. All those people and many more have contributed to the Eastern Dukes organization. And back comes Toombs. He'll fall. Taken over there by Moore with McClernand. Moore's chopped away by Malcolm James. And the whistle now. We'll wait for the call. It's going to be a hook. And I think this is going to go against the Dukes. So not actually the way we want to start.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, okay, it'll be 2. It will go actually against the Rebel. So the Rebels will be shorthanded to start this period as Harrison Hutt will serve 2 for hooking. A minute in, 59 seconds to be precise, into period number 3. And the Dukes with now a beautiful opportunity to extend their lead. Rebels penalty to number 27, Harrison Hutt. 2 minutes for hooking, time of the penalty 59 seconds. That's Hutt for hooking at 59 seconds. Bullpit charges down the right side. He'll take his big frame into the corner and work against McGregor. Picked out of there by McCormick. He'll circle at the top of cycle at the top of the circle. Goes back to Moore, who's down to one knee to collect it. Cross the Bullpit. Got away. Might have been off the skate of Corbett. Maybe tied up behind the net, but now McCormick slips out with it. Back to Moore at the point. Stumbles for a moment. Have to get Dad Collin on the skate sharpening. Bullpit rushes to the bench. Now Pierce trying to get the shot away. The change-up got to the stick of the Rebels D, and it will go down the length of the ice for Kennedy to collect this one. Halfway through the penalty to Hutt. Here comes Chaffee. Chaffee with speed. He'll break down the left wing. Stops up. And that's high over the stick and glove of McGinnis. And Kennedy will stop that with now just 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Rebels haven't been an effective penalty killer this evening. Here's McGinnis now, breaking in, trying to make a move. It's picked up by James, and he'll put that. Just 9 seconds left. Now it's left. Miscue by the Dukes. Mills. Chaffee sacrificed the body. That was turned over. Chase on now with possession. Rebels would like nothing more to score early and take some momentum back. Duke's trying to survive the first 5 minutes. And Chaffee takes down Jason. Jason with a bit of a retaliatory whack with the stick. No call from either side. And now the Rebels have taken down Morrison in retaliation. Big hits against Morrison. And we'll see what comes of this, but something for sure. Definitely one against the Rebels and maybe one against the Dukes as well. It's going to be chase on for sure for the Rebels and McDonald for the Dukes. Penalties to the Western Rebels, number 22, Broken Chason, and to the Eastern Dukes, number 15, Hugh McDonald. Chason for tripping and McDonald for cross-checking. Time of the penalties is 3:25. Chason for tripping, McDonald for cross-checking. Time of the penalties is 3:25. So hope you got all that at home. The referees did a good job of straightening that one out. So no man advantage on this one. Coincidental minors. Probably the right call. Balanced situation for the teams. And the face-off now will go to the left of Kennedy. Here comes Hunter. Rinko, trying to Rinko! And that pass just a little too far for him to reach. Nice try by Hunter. He's had a good series, has Cade. Involved in a lot of the action. Now Rinko. That's Hartman trying to jump in there as well, and the Rebels will break out. It'll go back to Green. Icing against the Dukes. Rebels will have the offensive zone face-off against Kennedy. 23-18 are the shots now. The Rebels without a shot in this period thus far. It'll go back. To the point off the official, trying to make his way out to the blue line. Chips ahead. Now McFarland trying to backhand that. Pierce will bank that around. Collins is first to it for the Rebels. Now McFarland wraps it back in. Sigsworth is in there. Rebels are cycling, and that was dangerous as Hartman comes away with it with Rinko. Up to Rinko, trying to stick check that off. Now the Rebels defender has fallen. That's Collins. And Corbett starts out for the Rebels. He'll turn that over to Crowley. Crowley. Tipped ahead by Silvaggio. Moore having himself a dandy game. He's charging hard, trying to repeat that first goal of the evening. Arsenault comes back. Sigsworth with stretch of the groin. Kept on side, however. That's a move only for the youth to try. And back come Eastern Dukes. Silvaggio kicks it to Pierce. It'll go across to Chaffee, chipped up to center ice. Toombs will pick that up. The Rebels are offside. That gives Silvaggio time to pick it up. Chaffee will go to Pierce. Pierce across the blue line. Shot was redirected. It bounces back over. Wow, that was dangerous. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eastern Dukes would like to thank the following sponsors: L-Link, Propel 16, Prince Edward Aqua Farms, Cummings Electric, Down East Auto Parts, McDonald's, Pownell Rinkside Sports, Real Atlantic Superstore, Branching Out Island Artisan Market, and Dyra Holdings Incorporated. That was a wild play as that bounced behind the net, came back up over the net, and it could have easily hit Morash in the back of the head, and bounced in. There was a fluke goal last night, of course, in the game. Dukes looking to get their fair share of the good luck, but not the case. Morash was sharp. Honestly, goaltending in this series has been strong by all four. McGinnis can't get that deep. It's on the stick of Chason, who's returned to the ice, along with McDonald. In front goes Pierce. He's leveled from behind, and that will be Chason going again. And we'll just have to watch the retaliation penalties. But Chason for sure, a heavy hit from behind on Chason. The Rebels are asked to clear the zone. The Dukes trying to keep their calm. And looks like the Dukes will be going as well. And that's happened too many times for the Dukes, where they've had a man advantage and they'll nullify it with a retaliation penalty. So 5-on-5 again. The Dukes for a moment had themselves a man advantage, and they kind of gave it away with the retaliation. Hard to control the emotions. Everybody's up in a game like this, that's for sure. Penalties to the Western Rebels. Number 22, Brogan Chason, 2 minutes for charging. And to the Eastern Dukes, number 11, Jackson Bowering, 2 minutes for roughing. That's Chason for charging and Bowering for roughing. Time of the penalties is 6:49. Another big hit by McClernand on Gamble. So the intensity is up for sure. Now McCormick breaks in with McGinnis. Stick check there, nice one by Trivers. And that's Sigsworth. Green's got him tied up. Nice job by Green defensively. Into the corner. It comes out. Back to the point now. Trivers with a shot. That didn't make it in. That shot was well wide. The Rebels without a shot on goal. There's the first one of the period. It took 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Only 3 shots in total in this period. It's been a heavy heading period. 5 penalties already in period number 3. Only 1 man advantage come of it. So we're almost at the 8-minute mark of play here in the period. All sorts of time left. Oh, I'm not sure. Toombs had a good shot at that one. That one didn't make. It was a screenshot. Now in front, Toombs. He's nifty with the puck. He'll go back to Corbett along the ice, and the rebound is collected by Rinko. Knocked out of the air by Toombs. Now in front, Hunter trying to collect that. He's got Bullpit with him, and back come the Rebels. Kept in by Crowley for the moment, and Rinko soft pass to Hunter. His shot will be wide. Rinko now, heavy hit along the boards, and that was with McGregor. Toombs trying to land the home run pass again. He was offside the first time, onside for sure. Toombs will take a bump from Hunter. And that's Trainer tied up by Rinko and behind the net. McDonald goes to Hunter, and they change. Hartman, the only man up. Rebels with a quick transition up the ice. And the Dukes have done a good job of getting sticks on pucks for those shots and don't make it to Kennedy. Only 2 this period he's seen, in fact, 2-2. Now there's a turnover. That's Hutt. With Mills and Otway, 3 former Prince County Warriors. And congratulations to the Warriors for winning the Under 15 AAA Provincial Championship. They will head to Dieppe for Atlantics. And that's lofted by Chaffee into the mesh. And a heavy hit there, more or less bounced off Chaffee, to be quite honest. Penalized players Bowering and Chason will return to play. Seconds and we'll hit the halfway mark of the period. Dukes holding a 3-1 lead, but not backing up either. And that's important. Now the Rebels in front. McFarland tightly checked by Arsenault. He gets it out to Silvaggio. Dukes playing much better in their own zone this evening. The back checking. That's it. McCormick. A shot's right on. Morash stood tall. Big save, as I don't know what a third goal in terms of advantage would be. Now Gamble always with the puck. Chaffee handles him into the boards. The next goal, if there is one, will make things very interesting one way or the other. Silvaggio tries to shoot through the legs of McGregor. Now turned over. Arsenault. Morash got a hand on it. It was knocked out of the way rather, by the Rebels defender. Now the Dukes with another good stick check from Hunter. Gamble tries to go McFarland. He was looking for a change to a turnover to McClernand. He'll cross the red-blue line. Try to sidestep the check of Arsenault. McClernand falls in the corner. And now kept in. McDonald's off a leg, and that's high into the opposite corner. McClernand. Hunter shots right on. Morash, another nice save. He's been the busier of the 2 goaltenders this evening. The Dukes not stopping their offensive work this evening. They're pressing hard. Now Arsenault. Crowley with a good stick check there to keep Arsenault. Now Arsenault's in front of the net, unattended. Back to the point. Collins has 1 from the point already. The shot went wide harmlessly. McDonald with a little longer reach than Arsenault. Oh boy, that was a shot long from Collins. And now it lands into the skates. There's McClernand with a breakaway. Caden McClernand in alone. Shot, big save by Morash. Wow. Had that got in, what a difference a 3-goal lead would be at this time of the game. But Morash standing tall against McClernand. Now Pierce has to be careful. Turned over hot. Bit of a messy sequence right now, but that will be McGinnis clear it for the moment. Only got it to center. And Kennedy will glove that one and give everybody a breather, including yours truly. 7:31 to go. 28-20 are the shots in favor of the Dukes. If the Dukes win the period, they will win the game and force Game 7 in Tyne Valley on Monday. And anything can happen there. Honestly, I believe these teams deserve a Game 7. And this series deserves a Game 7, but my opinions count for absolutely nothing. Gets it high, up to Rinko. Can't get it out. James, a good job of keeping that back in. Pierce. And maybe gloved ahead there, and the Dukes may have caught a bit of a break. I believe the face-off will go outside of the Dukes' zone, and that is indeed a break. Rinko forechecking, and now Moore breaks in one-on-one. An excellent job by both Phillips to tie up Moore and Morash to steer the puck away, and it's now going to be a Rebels penalty as Moore and a Rebel are tied up. Put on some slow music and they may get a little waltz going. And it may be for the third consecutive time a 5-on-5 situation. Incidental minors, and it's going to be Phil. 4 minutes head contact for both Phillips and Moore of the Rebels. Penalties to the Rebels. Ben Phillips. And there's a goal by Sigsworth, who broke in alone on Kennedy. I'll get to the penalties momentarily. But the Rebels have brought it to 3-2, and we knew they would not go that easily.
88-71-8.
What was the last one?
88-71-8.
So Sigsworth gives the Rebels new life, and it's 3-2. We knew the next goal would be enormous. Penalties to the Rebels, number 58, Ben Phillips, and to the Dukes, number 12, Liam Moore. Each received 4-minute head contact. Time of the penalties is 13:05. Rebels goal scored by number 88, Brad Sigsworth. Assist to number 71, Mackie and Trainer. And to number 8, Max Gamble. Time of the goal, 13:15. That's brought in offside. So this one's going to go down to the wire. Again, both teams won't give an inch. Now the Rebels look to get the equalizer. We've got just 6 minutes left. And Kennedy will be out to grab that one. And the Dukes have done an excellent job of not going into hold on or hang on mode. They've played up and down both plays, and they can't change that approach now. Got to continue to push forward. .540 to be exact is what remains. Kennedy's out to glove that one. Sigsworth was looking for number 2 in the last minute. Didn't get a lot on it, did Sigsworth, but still Kennedy grabbed that one. Rebels bench is up, banging the boards, trying to motivate any way they can. It's been a great game, whatever way it goes. That hit Rinko. Kennedy sees that cleanly all the way in, and he'll glove it. While I'm on my list of thank yous, could be none bigger than to team manager Jamie McDonald, who, with the work of Morgan Rice and Will Zafiris a couple of years ago, worked hard to bring under 16 hockey to Prince Edward Island, and Jamie McDonald has done so much. That's in front now. Collins, it's a mess. How's it pinballed around? Kennedy got a leg on it. Wow, that took 2 or 3 direction changes. Now the Rebels with all sorts of pressure on the Dukes. 5 minutes remaining. It's 3-2 Dukes. In fact, talking with Jamie, the second intermission said, Rebels will score again, and here they are. Dukes have to get the puck out, get a change. Fresh legs, short shifts. Now Rinko. Both teams making quick changes on the fly. That's into Trainer. Big Kennedy to save. The puck's behind him. It's loose. Wow, that was huge. Trainer nearly tied it. And Lincoln is going to get that in the glove and keep it. Now the forechecking pressure of the Rebels. 4 minutes to go. McGinnis. He'll get that out inside Rebels territory. Bullpit chases it. Hunter now delayed offside. The Duke's clear. And now defense is at a premium. That's McGinnis. Tried to find the net. Bowering will push in to get that one in. Kept in at the line. Important one by Bowering to keep that in. Not only to keep the puck down there, but to take some time off the clock. Scramble in front of the Duke's bench. It comes free. And now that's ahead to Otway. He's taken out by McDonald. What a battle between these two teams. Very physical game tonight. Now the turnover. Off the glass and out. Trivers fanned on it. It's into the skate of Gamble, however, so effectively a pass. And that hits McCormick, so no icing. Sigsworth charging hard. McDonald. They go across to Bowering. Up to Arsenault. He'll backhand that out. Now here's Silvaggio trying to work in, and it's high, and it hits a Rebels player on the bench for the whistle as the penalized players, Moore and Phillips, will rejoin. 2:44 to go, 3-2 Dukes. McCormick a shot right on off the face-off, and Rush saved it again. McCormick chopping at it. Boy, what a player he has been tonight. Chaffee gets it in, not hard and not far. No icing. May have hit Chaffee on the way through. Pierce up to Silvaggio. Corbett's shot was redirected high, and now Arsenal pulls it down out of the sky. Here's Silvaggio, just out of his reach as he could have been clean and free. 2 minutes to go here in McLaughlin Arena. Game 6. Dukes trying to hold on for Game 7. Rebels trying to tie it and maybe force overtime. And that hit the Dukes player in the bench. The Rebels, of course, on the verge of a provincial championship here this evening with a win. Maybe a break there that it did catch the Dukes player. Referees are discussing the situation, and it will be just outside Dukes territory. 1:51 to go. We'll watch the net to see if Morash will leave and when he will leave. The defensive-minded team is on for the Dukes. McLernon, Rinko, Morrison, McDonald, and Chaffee. Face-off win. Comes to Toombs. Gamble, of course, on there. He'll try to get the shot. Kennedy, nice save. That had some mustard on it, of course. And he saw that cleanly. The Rebels have almost leveled the shots now. 29-28 Dukes. Rebels have been hot since they scored goal number 2. Certainly tilting the ice towards Kennedy and the Dukes. And now the net will empty for Coach Brett Gallant, and we'll have the 30-second timeout. This will give both teams an opportunity to set their plays, set their players, and it'll give the, not capacity, but crowd here, but everyone will get a chance to take a breather and reset for the remaining minute and a half of unbelievable under 16 AAA hockey action. Wow, what a treat these two teams have provided. 6 games thus far. Will there be a 7th? As you know, both teams will go to the Maritime Championship beginning next Thursday, but everyone wants to go as the provincial champion. It comes down to the last minute and 43 seconds. Won by the Rebels. Over to Gamble. Fans on it. McLernon trying to get there first. He's tough, but he gets the job done. And it comes back to the Rebels' blue line. 1:30 left. Cross ice to Sigsworth. Tries to backhand it in. Toombs is there. And Mills had hopped off his stick. Kept in by Gamble. McLernon trying to get it out. Right up there to the line. Now. Excellent job by Caden McLernon. It'll be banged in. Kennedy will control it. Leaves it for McDonald. He'll bank it around. McFarland can't get it. And this won't go to icing. Changes for the Dukes. Fresh legs. Last minute of play in the third period. "50 seconds to go. Everyone's on their feet. Sigsworth, who's got second goal. Back to Gamble. He fans on the shot. Moore tried to get it out. He does off the glass. As a race for it, Hunter won't catch McFarland, and he'll turn up the ice with 35 seconds left. McFarland trying to go all the way coast to coast. Dukes, can they get possession? It's off the skate of McFarland, but not out. Cross ice. Looking for a redirection. Kennedy can't see it behind the net. Try the wraparound. 15 seconds to go. Sigsworth. He'll take a hit from Crowley. Moore ties up his man. 6 seconds left. Back to the point. 3. Last shot. Kennedy's got it. With 1.3 seconds left in the period. Unbelievable. 1.3 seconds away from Game 7. Last night, at the end of a period 2, there was 0.3 seconds remaining, and the shot made it to Kennedy, so they're going to try to repeat the same thing. There's the drop of the puck, the face-off, and the Dukes win, and we will see game number 7. There are some fisticuffs at the end of the game. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail. The referees will separate them. And the good old boys, the Dukes, seem to come up big in the big games, and we will go back to Tyne Valley Monday night. The shots are level at 29. So your Eastern Dukes have survived a ferocious push by the Western Rebels in period number 3. The fans are on their feet as the Dukes leave the ice. And we're going to see you back again here broadcasting from Tyne Valley. And that'll be on Monday night at 7. Shots in period number 3 brought to you by Fair Isle Ford for the Western Rebels 11, for the Eastern Dukes 7. 3-period total for the Western Rebels 29, and for the Eastern Dukes 29. Final score, the Eastern Dukes 3, the Western Rebels 2. There will be Game 7 on Monday night in Tyne Valley. Thank you for attending. Please drive safely. And thank you to you and YouTube World for joining us, all of you who make our broadcast so special. And no one's more excited than me to be able to do it for you one more time from Tyne Valley on Monday night. Have a great rest of your Saturday night, and we will see you for the 2 best words in sports, Game 7.